What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast reacts back with another video. Give me the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. Hit the like and subscribe button for more content. Let's get right into the video.
Dating a single mom is hard. She'll cancel dates, short text, and not reply. She has no time to put you first. A woman who puts her child before you should make you respect her more. Be patient with her. Take her out. She's not flaking. Childcare costs more than the date you take her on. It's not about money. Spoil her with time. Show her you appreciate all the sacrifices she makes for her child with no help. Be her consistency, and eventually she'll be your everything.
Do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you want to. If you see a single mother that you love, go ahead and be with her if that's what you want to do. But understand that every choice has consequences. Some are good and some are bad. And when your bad ones come, especially if you're dealing with a single mother, don't try to blame society or blame women because you chose bad women. But I'm going to keep it a buck with you. If a woman carried a man's baby to term, she's seen something in that man. And any woman that carries a man's child for 9 months wants to be with that man instinctually. So you're going to take her on that date. She's going to go home. You're going to treat her all nice. She's going to go home. She's going to call her ex-boyfriend, her baby daddy over, and he's going to blow her back out. And probably continue to do that until you solidify yourself in her life. That's just part of the game. And if you're okay with that, go ahead and date a single mother. There's no harm or foul if that's something you want to do, but just understand that might be part of the sauce. Understand she's probably going to put her child before you. You're not going to be a priority. And if you're okay with that, if that's what you want to do, you want to go and she has a family. Women have to understand, you have a family. Bearing a man's child is a bigger commitment than marriage. You're then saying for the rest of your life, no matter what, you're going to have some relationship with that man. And if you as a man want to step in and be a part of that situation, if that's what you want to do, that's up to you. Just if it goes all wrong, if she uses you up and takes your money, if she has abandonment issues, so y'all always get into fights, this and that, don't go and blame all women because you made a bad selection. You understood the consequences before you went in and you decided to continue that relationship. So if it works out, I tip my hat to you. Good for you. But if it doesn't, don't blame all women. Let's continue the video.
If you ever wonder why short girls don't seem to be afraid of anything, it's because we've been doing death-defying stunts just to reach our cabinet since we stopped growing at 11 years old. If you ever wonder why short girls don't seem to be afraid of anything, it's because we've been doing death-defying stunts just to reach our cabinet since we stopped growing at 11 years old. If you ever wonder why short girls don't seem to be afraid of anything, it's because we've been doing death-defying stunts just to reach our cabinet since we stopped growing at 11 years old.
This is why I hate that disingenuous argument. That argument that says, oh, women don't seek attention. They're just doing that because... Yeah, they're not seeking attention, guys. Don't worry. This isn't over-sexualizing a child's platform, which is what TikTok is for the most part. This isn't over-sexualization. This is just women climbing on cabinets. That angle, and she just happens to be wearing those pants, y'all. This is just all and she's not doing that for the attention of men. Why would you ever think that? That's the argument that some people like to make. Some people like to say that women don't do things for the attention of men. Here's the thing. When you do things for the attention of men, it's like being a celebrity. If you're a celebrity, you can't not have the paparazzi. Sorry. That's part of being a celebrity. That's what you signed up for. That is part of the experience. Sometimes it's going to be great because you're going to have your loving fans. Sometimes it's not going to be great because you're going to have paparazzi. Same with me. I'm a content creator. It's great. Most of my feedback is good. Every now and then I have people in the comments that are saying horrible things, but I know it comes with the territory. People insult me in the comments all the time. It comes with the territory. I don't delete the comments. I don't care. Why would I care? It comes with the territory. I want the good feedback, so I'm going to have to deal with the bad feedback. Same thing with women. If you're an attractive woman, yeah, you're going to get the guys that you like you're going to get attention from the guys you like, but you're also going to get the attention from the guys you don't like. It's not harassment when a guy that is not attractive comes up to you and tries to have a conversation. Now, I will say, some dudes take it too far. Some dudes take it too far, and those dudes need to learn how to read the room and calm down. But what do you want me to do? Some people take it too far in my comments. It just comes with the territory. It's part of it. Let's continue.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? No, they're not right. Convincing someone to have sex with you is coercion. And coercion is rape. If a person genuinely wants to have sex with you, believe me, you are not going to have to convince them to do it. I feel like a lot of the men who are saying this are men that have never actually had sex with women. Y'all just like hear other men talk and you think that's how women act. So allow this woman to tell you, you're fucking wrong. If a woman wants to have sex with you, you will know. You won't have to convince a consenting person to sleep with you. You will have to coerce a non-consenting person, which is
I specifically said a gender.
And I mean, coercion is when you use the threat of violence, people. If you have game, for women, a lot of times it ain't just off first sight. Some women know when a guy's attractive, but a lot of times every guy ain't attractive. Every guy ain't attractive, so sometimes you got to use humor. Is that then what your coercion? If you're using humor? If you're making jokes and she thinks, hey, these are funny jokes. Hey, I kind of like this dude. I maybe didn't at first, but I kind of like this dude now. So it's coercion to ask for sex. That's coercion. And this is why the statistics are so skewed now. This is why the statistics are almost can't be trusted, because people are messing up the data. Y'all keep moving the goalpost of what is the R word. You moving the goalposts. We're not going down this road where we start. The R word is when somebody forcefully invites themselves into your body. And everybody across the world, everybody in the world agrees that that's horrible. That's why it's illegal. It's because we've all agreed upon it being horrible. And people who commit that act, if they're proven to have committed that act, which is hard to do, but you still have to make sure that women prove it, or women will use it as a tool to get back at people out of spite or for whatever reason they want. And yes, there are women that do that. Sorry. And yes, they ruin it for the rest of the women. I completely agree. But it's illegal because we all say it's not good. Let's continue the video.
Let's talk about men who say, not all men. This behavior comes from 3 sources. First, this is a male pick-me behavior. Oh, I understand there are men out there who are acting in abusive ways, but I'm not one of them. I'm one of the good guys. That's a total delusion, by the way. In a patriarchy, everyone has internalized misogyny, sexism, and oppressive ways to treat women. That's why we all gotta unlearn patriarchal ways of behaving. Number 2, the need to control women's voices. Notice how they are tone policing women far more than they're mad at those men who are abusing, harassing, and raping women, who are giving rest of the men a bad name. Number 3, male superiority complex. This would relate to the male pick-me behavior. Oh, I understand there will be awful men out there like who will abuse and rape and harass you and oppress you, but I'm not one of them. If you depend on me to protect you from male violence, you'll be good. That instills in women a fear of independence, that the real solution to the male violence is another man. That's not true, by the way.
Dating a
Guys, listen, that's absolutely, and this is why I hate that. I cannot stand when people try to throw degrees. Oh, this is what Harvard is producing now. Her first point pretty much says, hey, let's just take me for example. Her first point says, because you're black, anything that anybody does from your culture, you're responsible for. And if you try to detach yourself from that, you can't. Who thinks of stuff like that? Where does that ideology take us? How did that work for the Jewish folks in the early 1900s? How did that work for them? In Germany, grouping all people like that. How did that work for African Americans through Jim Crow? That's where that mentality leads. That is a dangerous mentality. And this is being put out by people that got 2 degrees from Harvard. And she tried to say that at the beginning to credit herself. Her second point pretty much says that men should speak up about certain acts, certain things that happen. But then her last point, her third point, says that men aren't the ones that protect women from these things. So which one is it? Do you want us to speak up about it and try to protect you, or do you want us to not? Because I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. No man is obligated. No man is obligated, as in they don't have to protect a woman if something like that is happening. They don't have to protect a person from murder. Men don't have to do that. Nobody is obligated to do that. And this is where entitlement comes in. Entitlement is assuming that you deserve a special treatment just innately because of who you are. Because you are a woman, a man has to protect you from the R word. No, we don't have to. Most men will because we serve and we protect. That's what we do. But you're not obligated to that treatment. That's called entitlement. Again, most men will try to protect you, but you're de-incentivizing those men from protecting you when you say that all men are bad. Because then what incentivizes me to protect you if you hate me? Why would I protect somebody who hates me? Not only that, but you're also de-incentivizing men by making them overly feminine. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I got a friend that's 6'6". Very strong dude, very masculine dude. And it's going to take a very masculine man to call him out if he was to do something bad. I don't know who y'all think going to protect y'all if all men are feminine and acting like women. You know the kahunas it would take to call out a man that's 6'6", 240, 250 that boxes? That would take a masculine man, not a feminine man. And y'all are creating feminine men with these ideologies. It's ridiculous. Men protect women from bad men. That's just how it works. That's how it's always worked. And there will always be bad men. There are people with mental health issues. There are people who have trauma. That's just part of what it means to be human. Taking risks. Is it fair? No, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not. Sorry. But nothing is. As a smaller, weaker being, which is what women generally are, they're smaller and weaker, you're more likely to be taken advantage of physically. That's how the world works. Look at short dudes or small, really skinny, thin dudes in prison. They're more likely to get assaulted. It's just how it works. Good men protect women from bad men. I don't care what nobody talking about. That's absolutely ridiculous to me. Till next time.